Alright, good morning everyone. So, I forget what exactly I said we were doing today, but we're going to get into some World of Tanks because I am very close to burnout, if I'm not already there. So I just need to relax and do something that's not high pressure. So we'll get our audio check out of the way, and then we'll dive into something that I got prepared. Not high pressure. Okay, audio does work. This is good. I'm going to swap it over to the main live screen a little bit early because I want to show you guys a replay. If you've tuned into any of my World of Tanks streams, like at all recently, I think just about every World of Tanks stream I've done, I might have done a couple games like this, where I've tried to get some missions done for one of the reward tanks. It's not opening properly. Is it going to work with the main live? World of Tanks usually works with the main live. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I did this a couple days ago. And I've been struggling with the 15th mission for light tanks on, I think it's the T55A, 55A. It's the third reward vehicle. 7,000 damage assistance. Whether it's my damage, or spotting damage, or helping my team cause damage. I've been struggling with light tanks a lot, because light tanks are my worst class. And I ground the Manticore and a couple other things specifically for it. And the fact that I'm showing you this probably gives it away. But I finally did it. And I am so happy. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to let the replay get a little bit in.
Time to roll out.
Yep. You've got the bug where there's no engine audio. So I wanted to go toward the usual area, which is down in the valley off to the right, towards like D4. But I decided against it and go to hide in the bush. Spot the Buryan. And I'm going to take this moment to quickly jump forward a little bit and then jump back so that we get engine sound. Jump forward a little bit, wait a couple seconds, jump back. Give it a moment. Yep. You don't really miss much. Okay, yep, and there's the concept. Shit. I was afraid that'd happen. I've had this issue where the fucking replay crashes and I don't know why. I don't think there were any like serious updates. We're gonna try and get it again. Just bear with me for like a couple minutes. I don't understand why some games work sometimes and sometimes they don't any more than some of you probably do. But I will show this replay, god dang it. I'm so happy. This is like the big highlight of my week. And this was the high point. And now I'm at burnout. So funny how quick that goes. But even rewatching it, like, gets me excited. So it's not all bad. Maybe it's something to do with having OBS up, but no, that didn't really make that much sense. And that was the whole reason I like waited a few seconds so that it would buffer. I'm going to jump forward now. Yeah, so now you're at the moment we spot the Buryan. I'm going to wait until it goes down to like 1425. Rewind it a little bit. Yep, okay, there we go. We've got engine noises. The moment we spot the Buryan for the first time. Okay, so this should be good. Now, I wanted to be in this bush for a while because it's a pretty decent spot for picking up enemy tanks as they're moving around. Picked up the Buryan there for a moment. And now the concept shows up. Team slaps him. I get some spotting damage, which is all according to plan. And you get the AMX showing up. I almost wanted to take a shot at the front of his vehicle, but he wasn't showing a whole lot of it there. And now, for the next minute or so, I stay in this bush waiting for the AMX to pop up or waiting for someone to try and peek over the rail tracks. Because, you know, I've had teams that do that. I've tried to do that. And usually, when I'm on that side, if I'm trying the same thing... If I'm trying the same thing that the AMX was, I get spotted and immediately die. And my team just starts hemorrhaging life. But things are weird in World of Tanks where I just get the worst end of the stick. And as you can see right now, everything's going more or less fine. Haven't really spotted anything else. So right around now I'm getting impatient. Because no one's coming, there's no sign of any movement, no one's trying to pop up from under the railway. And then, here we go. Get spotted as we pop up. Duck in behind the rock. Hope I'm not spotted. Get detected again. Duck into the valley. This is where people usually end up coming from or going to. And I was surprised earlier when no one was here. And then also, like, up here is an area where people sometimes hide. In the rock, around the rock. And there's no one. And there's the tree falling from the AMX moving. Try to get someone to look at that. Turn around and come back towards the train because I thought I could catch the AMX in the side. Now at this point, I thought the AMX was either going to be behind the rock that I go by here, or he was going to be behind his original rock. And I haven't spotted him, so I thought he was over here. And then surprise Tassak, and I lose a track. He eats my face. I spot the WZ, think I'm dead. He doesn't shoot me, I shoot him. The Tassak gets slapped for 800 damage. Or at least I think it's the Tassak that I got the spotting damage on. The Tassak dies there, and I'm surprised I don't get more spotting damage on him. But, it's whatever. We're at about a quarter of what I need now. Just over a quarter. And I want more. Because my team's falling apart, and if I don't try to make moves real quick, things are going to get dangerous. So I start getting aggressive with my spotting. The Volkodov is back there. He's one hit for me if I get a high roll. So I start going back for him, but the 110 gets him. Changing plans. Try to use the contours of the ground to hide my vehicle from the E100, which can just look wrong at me and kill me. E100 starts getting slapped. 2 tanks missed me there, including the E100. We are now over 60%. Approaching 75%. And then you got the E100, auto target, and slap a shot into him. I'm lucky that penetrates, or even hits, because I've had so many matches before where I try firing on the move and miss. AMX pops up behind me on the minimap. I'm not looking at him until then, right there. He gets a shot into my ass. I think I'm going to end up dying here. Almost lose a track. That would have killed me. That probably could have killed me if it hit. But it's from the AMX, so it might not have. Now this is when I get really hungry. 700 damage. Not even 700 damage from the end. And you got the Progetto over there. If I can just get there and do a drive-by. My gun does almost 400 alpha. So he's got 389 health. And I get a great roll to kill him. If that had been a few lower, that could have probably killed me. Definitely would have killed me. 460 alpha from the concept, it bounces off my turret. And this is me going for broke. He has 20 or 30 health more than I needed. And I just rush his ass. And this is when I stopped to breathe because I saw the green check mark and I heard it and we're finally there. 500 matches and I finally did it. Probably more than 500 matches, honestly. 7,000 damage. And my team was losing there when I started getting like really aggressive. So that was. It's too bad I didn't get the with honors thing. I'm probably not going to try to get the with honors thing. But that was a good replay, good match, good fight. Very happy with myself. But now we're going to get into some live World of Tanks, because that was the only thing I really had to show off. I am going to try to get heavies and mediums now. Tank destroyers are a problem because I'm stuck on a mission right now where I have to get like 4 times the tank's health in damage. And there are tanks that can do that. It's just very difficult. I mean, this was also very difficult, but like you're talking about a couple different levels of difficulty here. This one I could do like spotting damage. The one for tank destroyers, I have to do all the damage. And even if I use the Basotto, the Basotto has a damage of like 450 and a health pool of like 600. So no, it's just under 400, I think. Just under 400 damage. So I would need to land 8 hits, 12 hits, somewhere in there. Somewhere around 8. I think the math I've done for some of the tanks usually ends up coming to around 8 hits, 8 to 12. And even on the ones that are better, on the better end of that scale, you have to get really lucky with where your tank is and when. The FV4005 is one where I might end up trying to get it. So, hang on. I'm going to select British because I want the double barrel guns they have for heavies. I'm going to select American because I want the mediums, the Aries. And I'm going to select... Is it the Poles or the Czechs? Polish. I want the 60 TP. I think the VZ55 would be great too. That would need like 6 good pens. This would also need 6 good pens. Probably a little bit more than 6 good pens. But the double tap is what makes this one dangerous. Meanwhile, for this, like the 60 TP just has dangerous armor. Like you have to hit it square under the gun, or in the cupola. But like you're not looking at a huge target. So like I said, the poles. And we are going to go for sixes, sevens, and eights, which brings us down to just 32 tanks. I want to take a look real quick at some of the tank destroyers, because I need at least a tier 6 tank. Anything below a tier 6 isn't going to count for the mission. So this does 280 damage with health of 700, so that's not enough. 420 with a health of 900. Anything above anything above this, really, anything above an 8 is probably not going to work. 700 damage with 1400 hit points. I think one of the reasons I was going down this line is because I wanted like the UDES and the STRVs. But I've got this tank right now, which can do 240 with a thing of 900. The UDES 03 can do 390. So that would need 12 penetrations to probably do it. This one also 390. Yeah, now you're getting worse. The only good thing about the STRVs is that they have a really low profile, so you can just barely poke the gun up and probably get it. I think the Italians was another one that I was looking at, because then you have 400 damage per shot. You've got to wait 7 seconds between shots, but it's got 3 rounds in the mag, so one full mag has 1200, which is about its health, but you do have to wait that time in the middle. Go all the way up to the Minotaur, 8 seconds between shots, 5 shells for 500 damage. So the Minotaur can do 2500 if you can dump a full mag into someone. So I would need to reload the Minotaur and get a full clip into someone at least 3 times. Because the leftover damage would get us to 1500, and then I just need like 1 shot. Meanwhile, I got the WZ 560. This isn't too bad. 3 shells puts me over by 200. But it's not great, especially because these are mounted guns. This is a 750 reload with 1800. Yeah, now we're getting worse again. 750. I don't even want to look at what the next thing is. Japanese. The G-Row is actually a really, I think, a good ratio. Yeah, 300 damage with a 650 hit point pool. So this I just need to... I would need 8 penetrations and like 1 extra. I mean, the problem with going low tier is that you don't have a whole lot of enemy hit points to really draw from. And this is a much smaller tank with 320 damage. You'd need the full 12. The Ho-Ri, 650 with 18. You need a full 12. The Re-3. You got 2,000. Yeah, you'd need... And then these guys don't have a tank destroyer. British tank destroyers... Or, sorry, French. 300 damage. 3 shells in the mag. I think this is one that I might have thrown some blueprints towards at one point. But 1 full mag can do its hit points, so I would need to dump 4 of them. Which is doable. And you have the AMX... 400 damage for 3 shells, so that's 1200. Not great. Then you move up to the Fok. 4 shells with 400, so that's 16. That'll work. And then you get all the way up to the Fok B, which is 6 shells for 400 damage, which would definitely work. 2400 potential damage with only an 1800 hit pool. Hit point pool. So that's... You're up over 500 every time. So I think I would need to dump the full mag like 3 times. The problem then becomes actually sitting in a spot where you can do that without your teammates interfering. And then the British have 2 types of tanks. They've got the fixed guns. Go to this one first, the Breaker, or the Badger, sorry. 480 with a ridiculous hit point pool. That's never going to work. The 4005. If you load HE or the special shell, the gold ammunition, you can do it. 1750 for each of those, and that's basically the hit point pool. You just need to get 4 penetrations, which is very doable. It's just, can you get that amount of damage into a single tank? And also I'd have to actually get there because I don't have all of that. The Russians, fixed gun. But tanks like the SU and ISU, 700 damage, 900 hit points. These are also doable. You just need to get into the right spot. ISU, 750, 1250. I mean, you need probably 7 penetrations, but that's also doable. And I already have that tank. What does this look like? 750 with even more. We're going backwards. Now I have the E100 and these ones. I have the waffle tractor. I need this gun. If I can get this gun, that right there is 750 damage. If I load it with just gold ammo, I'm almost guaranteed a pen every time. 1,150 health points. Every 2 shots is doing 1,500, or should be doing 1,500. Which means that every 2 shots I'm up about 300. So I could only need like 7. Problem is that it's a waffle tractor. And then I have almost no Americans. So what'd I say? I would need the FV, and we're going to have the British anyways. Let's include tank destroyers. I want medium heavy tank destroyer. And we'll include 5s because we need 5s for the British. What other thing did I say I was looking at? Use the Russians for the IS tanks. And I really don't think I can get the French. I don't think it's doable. It's a fixed gun, it's a low profile, everyone knows the weak point is the thing on top. And you need to dump the mag 4 times. Three times. I don't think that's doable. Hang on. We got a bot in chat. Hang on. I'm gonna... Boom. Headshot. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff that I've been going for. I also want to like go back to some of these because I don't have the full thing. Damage caused must total 3,000. I have 5 medals available. It would almost be easy to go back and do these now. Except for that one, destroy 2. Anything that requires you to specifically destroy... Yeah, it's the 55A. Destroy specific tanks. 4,500 damage to enemy vehicles. Where are you? AEC, Cobra, Churchill, Chisor, Nergal, BP. Is it Italian? Para. No. Oh, nope, there it is. There it is. Medium tank, Le Predator. It is Italian. An autoloader, 4 shells in the mag. So it can do about 1,200. Does it accelerate the more you've got? $1,700 hit points. I need 4,500 damage in a medium to enemy vehicles. It's 10, about 12 shots. I need 12 penetrating shots. Okay, I want to give this guy mentor. Bonus perk. Few range. That can be useful. During turret rotation, getting Deadeye is great. Driver. Smooth ride, I think, is more important than off-road, but both are important. This guy... Stowage should always be the first skill, in my opinion. Alright. Let's take the Predator out for a spin and see what happens. If I pull this off on my first game back, I swear to Christ. But that'll also be a pretty difficult mission out of the way. The other difficult one is doing 3,000 damage in a heavy and either capping the enemy base or defending mine and winning. One of them puts you really on the back foot. The other one means that you have to let someone on the enemy team live long enough, and you have to be in the enemy cap circle long enough to get points and win. Like, they can't really reset you that much. They can reset you, they just can't, like, reset you moments before you win. So for some of the missions, I have been contemplating using the South American servers because I play on North America because I live in North America, obviously. People in North America are good. And the few times I've been shunted to South America because, like, there's been some server issue, English, there's a distinct skill difference. It could also be just some kind of lag issue, but I might be able to do these missions easier if I use the South American servers. So I have been contemplating using those. And I might end up trying it. Ah, lag, holy shit. Gonna try to get all the way around. Now, I don't know what the armor profile really looks like on this thing, so I'm gonna try not to be too heavy in the front. I didn't even see the artillery fire. Is he like way in the corner over there? That'd be interesting positioning. There's a waffle tractor, there's another Predator. We're just going to chill out for a little while. It'll be fine. Both took 2 shots. He's a little bit worse for the wear. Yeah, so it's the first... That 4th shell only takes 7 seconds to reload. Gun depression to do what I want to do. he should be right around there. Unless he's trying to move in for a better... Running out of enemy tanks to shoot at, though. See, this is the problem. Sometimes my team is too good. I think that's why I wanted to go the British lights. If I I can always burn I can always burn my free XP to get it, but the British light tanks, they jump up to a medium, or they can. There's a fork there. Hang on. Hang on. The Brits. French? It's French. Yeah, the bat chats. 360 with 5 shells, so that's more than 1500 damage, but it takes you a while to load. 390 with 5 shells. And then you've got the tier 11, which does 410 with 5, so that's 2000 damage. That's like half of what I end up needing. More than half. I don't know, I might work on the French lights eventually. Congrats on 4 in a row. Don't try to sell me stuff. So, where was... Okay, got the bougie, which goes into the 45 TP. Yep. Alright, so, we're going to take this one out. I'm not even going to worry about tank captain skills because those are not going to matter for the amount of time I'm working through this tank. Because I want to get to the heavy. What other medium... I should probably enable the French just because I have the what's it called? It's going to escape me now. The Char Future. What the fuck is this? At tier 7, really? Well, we are kind of 9 a.m. on a weekday, so... but still, I'd expect more people. Look what your tier 11s has done to us.
Let's go.
Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, this is a heavy tank. Okay, that's 240. I need to do 3,000, so that's 12 penetrating hits, give or take. Does it show you the reload? No. Oh wait, 7.4 seconds. Okay, never mind. I'm blind. I don't know what the HUD looks like. We're all good. An F-shiv and an LTG. I don't know if the F-shiv is firing at me from, like... Is there a second one on their team? No, it's just the one. Interesting. The LTG pulled back. But we're 5-1. Ah, we're good. We're gonna be fine. He's behind a rock now. Fucker. Hey boys, how's your life insurance? I am become bait. Now, the more experience I get, the quicker I can move on to the next tank. Because I'd rather not use free XP on these tanks. Especially because I already threw a bunch of blueprint fragments at them, but that's beside the point. Yeah, I need 11,000 in order to get the thing. Let's go to my filter here. We'll do the French. How many does lights jump us up? All the way to 57. Yeah, that ain't too bad. And then we get the Shard of Future, which does just under 400, and it's got 4 shells in the mag, so that's like 1,600. See, the Shard of Future was the original one that I wanted to use for the mediums. Yeah, and I've also got the standard B. The standard B doesn't, or sorry, this one doesn't. Yeah, the standard B would work fine. The Progetto would work even better. But then you're going up and up and up in tiers. And in theory, the Rinocerante would be great. And I have the Rinocerante, I just don't have it tier 10 selected. But the issue being, I've had trouble getting the damage off. So Black Prince 2. What's this thing's gimmick? $150 damage with a double gun. Got a 6-second reload though. Crocodile. .3 second reload. It's still an issue of like you gotta get so many hits. About 8 penetrations with this thing. Each reload is a 15-second thing. What other mediums did I want to use? I wanted to use this for the heavies. Right, the Americans. We do need to get through the Churchill. Churchill 7 and then the chopper down to them. As for the Americans, I need 100 XP with the T20 in order to get the Ares. these things are kind of dangerous. What the Ute is. Don't any of these have a... Am I thinking wrong? It must be. If I dump my free XP in anything, I want to use it to get from the 12T to the 25T. It's a problem with having so many tech tree lines. The other thing is the Chinese heavy tanks. 320, so that would take 10 consecutive shots. But then you go up just one tier and you're at 420. Pull the Char Future just once. Just for old time's sake. Pull the Char Future. And then we'll pull the Polish tank again. This is a map where I could get the damage as long as the 212A doesn't shoot me off the top. Cause that's... I need to get the full magazine into enemies like twice. I wanted to do it by getting up to the lighthouse. If I can get up there. What light tank do they have? The Louis. Ooh, that's... Louis is not fun. See, if I was on the enemy team there, my tank in my position would have gotten away with that clean. I've genuinely seen like heavies and mediums go up there, no problem, no contest. And every time I try, that's what happens. Did I ever select and add the Russians? jumps us up a lot. Pantera. 240. Like it hurts. It's physically painful. .320 average with 4 shells, so it's 1200. I need to dump the full mag into enemies 4 times. What's the intershot change? 2 seconds. Let's try it. Because, like, the other thing is, I've had games where I sit back in positions where you're supposed to sit back in, and then my team fucks off to the other side of the map, and it just becomes a push fest. It's not great. Like, anything that can go wrong typically does for any team that I'm on. And it doesn't make sense mathematically. But I just have that level of bad luck. The other thing is, right, like when I died as the Char Future a minute ago, I've also had games where people try that move and my team actually shoots at them, like their team did to me, but like every shot ends up missing. Some go high, some hit the side of the mountain, like 1 or 2 will actually hit the tank, but like it's ridiculous the amount of difference you get. Okay, they got a Selma. We got a Louis. And I think they just created a platoon. Unless that just loaded in late, which I doubt. I'm gonna head this way and try to, like, snipe a little bit. That wouldn't be effective. What if I just jump up here real quick? Just for a minute. Just to see if anything pops up over there. Slap that brass. Good job, boys. I'm pretty sure the 704 has the best armor of any tank destroyer that was over here, and it's just hiding in the back. Come on, I want to see the tech tree for a minute. But okay, I want to see it for 2 minutes. Come on, give me the tech tree. Oops. Russian. $704. Yeah, it doesn't have that great of armor. Could be wrong. No, I was probably thinking about the I was probably thinking about like the 268 or the well, either one of the. This thing's a bit more of a mess. But also, the BZ. What damage does your gun do? 530, but you've got an autoloader. Let's eliminate the lights because I only really want the one to work on. .320, so that's 10 penetrations. As opposed to 12. Yeah. At tier 9, this would only need 6 penetrations. Go up 1, and you need 5. This. Get those. What the CS? Why does a CS seem... Wants vehicle to reach a higher speed. Pull the 45 TP. Oop, there's our Sure Future game. I like the premium vehicles because at least then I don't lose too much money. And also, for anyone wondering, yeah, I'm not a big fan of sticking around in matches where I die, because World of Tanks to me should not be a spectator sport. Like, it's great to have on in the background, and I've done it plenty of times before, but if I'm streaming it, I don't want to be like spectating too many matches. I'm not a football commentator. I can't keep talking about, and he's making a left turn. He's going around the rock. He's playing chasey, catchy. Took a shot from somewhere else. I can't do that. I can't keep up with that. Do I dare go down here? Do I want to try something else? I mean, we're top tier. That spick is going to get turned into spam real soon if he keeps trying to... Let's get the T55A up there. He doesn't appear to have been spotted yet. Or at least he hasn't taken damage. They could all be going the other way. If they're all going the other way, I will gladly take that. One of them got a shot at me. Whew, I can't believe that hit.
Target acquired. We're on fire. Track
Are you kidding me?
We've lost the track. Target unlocked. We're dead for it. Everyone get out.
Well, we tried. I don't feel like that map is particularly balanced. If you have to push... Well, both sides have their perks, but, like, that's... I feel like that side particularly has... If you can get to them, it has some really dangerous bushes to hide in. What sort of damage can the Phantom do? Phantom. 4 shells in the mag. Time between shots is 3.5. But it's a magazine loader. Does have suspension. But then your armor's also kind of trash. And then I've got the Cobra. High explosive gold ammo only needs like 4 pens. Four shells in the mag. Okay, so if I remove those, drop that down 1 click. Let's take the Cobra. I'm going to probably try to stick further back with this one because this tank stands up a little bit more than the Char Future. And also this map is not great for tall tanks. I'll probably try to go towards the train tracks on the side of the map. Or that dirt road by the coal field. And I'll probably try to just get shots into other vehicles from there.
Let's go.
Ah. God, half the team is going over here. There might not be anything left for me to eat. I could go up top. Up top doesn't seem to have too much for support. And if they all go that way, I thought the shells on this would be a little bit quicker. Excuse you, Scorpion. "20 seconds. "15 seconds. He's dipped too low. Aiming on this takes forever. I'm gonna go for a reload. 4,500 damage. I've got an idea. It's an incredibly stupid idea. But it's an idea. train. Come on, train. Here we go. Yeah, danger zone, great, fantastic. Fucking kidding me?
Penetration. One of our tracks is damaged. One of our gas tanks ruptured. We're low on fuel. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Fire is out. Tracks up.
Yeah, go kill him.
Let's find another target.
I'm gonna load gold. There's a non-zero chance if I can just stay stealthy long enough. Did I count wrong? I didn't even know the... I thought there were only 4 left. Okay. But yeah, the Cobra... I think that's why I only played 1 game in it and then didn't play another one, as you could see from the 300 XP that I had on it. The reload on that is ridiculously long. Or not the reload, sorry, the aiming time. Oh, G-Sor. 480 with a 480... Oh, that's hash. What's the reload on this? A 12-second reload. I would need 8 penetrations. K91 PT. $400 damage. Yeah, that would need This gun is a 700 one. This one does 390. So 714 21. 4 shots gets me to 28, which is 100 over 3 times. So I would need 5 pens with the 6th to secure. And then of course there's this derpy bastard. 400 damage. Oh no, that would need 8. Let's pull the 152 just for shits and giggles. But yeah, this map with tier 9s in contention, oh no, we're fucking doomed. I want the 5.7. Can't get the angle. If I back all the way up, I might be able to get a shot from here. Get a shot if they pop into there. Personally, I think the Ares should have a much wider dispersion if they're going like full auto and not trigger tapping. Yeah, great. Give me a fucking shot at your belly. Never mind, he's almost dead. Mother... I mean, good on the shot for being guided as a target, but I mean, god dang. Thank you, God. I want to get back up onto the hill. Because they're coming hard into our base now. And I mean, we're going into theirs, but this is going to be a battle. Come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. That's him. Motherfucker. Fucking kidding me? Ah, but that was a good distraction, I guess. But yeah, that's also why I want the waffle tractor's bigger gun. Oh, that's what I wanted to spend the money on. I wanted to spend my money on the waffle tractor's bigger gun. I have so many things to spend all my free XP on, and not enough free XP to spend it on. Waffle tractor's German, isn't it? Yep. Two shots puts us up 350. Another 2 shots and we're up 700. Shit barn. You got the Achilles. Too many options. And not nearly enough universal blueprints. I need about 8 full penetrations. Also about 8 full penetrations. This is a heavy. Problem is its armor. I want to take out the 752. I mean, a lot of these missions are kind of... they get done when they get done. At the same time, I definitely don't want to go up the hill with this tank. This tank would not do well on the hill. They want to go defend shoreside.
Let's get this show on the road.
390. 390. Yeah. Making the right call because you got the links already, basically already here. Boy, no. No. If I die crossing this, I swear to Christ.
Damaged. Ready to fire. Enemy armor is damaged. Target unlocked. Bail out. This vehicle has had it.
See, that's the kind of shit that happens on my team that would have never happened on the enemy team. If I was on the enemy team there, and that that little wheeled thing came around the corner, that would have died instantly. Or conversely, if I was on the enemy team and 3 people came around like that to rush the light tank on my team, there would have been no one to cover up the light tank. But because it's the other team, you know, let's take the 252. Because this thing, it gets lucky. Eight full penetrations. I also have the IS-3A. The IS-3A... It needs time to reload, but that would be dangerous. But it's not an accurate gun if I try to put any distance. Okay, we're top tier, so I'm gonna go up the mountain and just sort of roll my face on the enemy tanks. Do they have a KV-2? They do not. They have a 103. The 103 is dangerous. Most of the others are not. Which means that I am in a very strong position in this tank, because this tank is brutal on lower tiers. I just need to get lucky and get enough of them that are good enough to stay alive long enough for me to hurt them. Come on, give me the Zeppelin down the middle. Give me the Zeppelin down the middle. Come on. Zeppelin, Zeppelin, come on. I want that path to open up down to the Skoda 56. God, I need to put a turbo or something on this. Oh, Zeppelin. That's your aiming circle now? Holy shit. Yeah, I can't get down because the Zeppelin didn't fall in the right spot. Here's Skoda. You fucking kidding me? And the driver, you piece of junk. There are times. World Tanks is an interesting game. The 777 does have a repair kit. The IS-3A does not. The 5 does either. And then I like the 703 too, but the double shot on the 703 2 takes a minute to charge up. KV4 is also a good one, but that would need 10 penetrations. Let's take the future for a spin again. This might end up being the last match of the day, because I've got stuff to do, and I got to go to sleep, and I'm behind on a lot of things. But that's life. Okay. So if I can sit in the back, which is probably not going to happen on this map. What is it? Medium tanks, 4,500 damage. Yep, 4,500.
Let's get this show on the road.
And then tanks like the Ares make this mission incredibly difficult. Because they just start blasting and end up shaving off so much enemy health. I got spotted for poking up there, so that's not good.
Ready to fire. Target released. Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged.
Nope.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Go home.
Ready to fire.
30 seconds on reload.
Target unlocked.
15. He's gonna be dead before I can shoot him.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Well, we're about a third of the way there. That's something. Reload, reload, reload. There's not enough enemies left. Our team are demolishing them too quickly. I would need to find a tank and get a full health detonation at this point in order to stand any chance. That's why this only works on like high tiers. You need 4,500 health just to... Like the Ares is the best option for this, really. Alright, ladies and germs, I'm going to be heading out here. Got a good last one in. Didn't get the mission done, but it is a very hard mission for a reason. Stuck right around our 5 million credit mark, which is also good. So, I usually stream Tuesdays, Thursdays at around 8 a.m., 8:15, 8:30, somewhere in there. Usually go for about 2 hours. I got some stuff to do. Next week, I do not know what we'll be doing. At least one day, I do kind of plan on doing some Skull and Bones, because the Neon is out, and I need to get working on that. There is a part of me that wants to stream Satisfactory this weekend, because I really want to get that up and running. There's a lot of work to do in the factory. It's a whole thing. I cannot confirm that I will get that operational. That'll be doing that. But that's an idea that I had. So, take care, everyone. Stay safe, and if all else fails, I will catch you next to... Actually, I have... both next Tuesday and next Thursday off. Because I think they fucked around my schedule again. So, on both of those days, I could end up streaming again in the evening. But if I plan on doing that, I'll keep you posted. It'll probably be... It'll probably be Tuesday, if anything. But it's makes my head hurt. So take care, stay safe. I'm gonna go lay down, and I will catch you next week. Laters.